Test 1, Question 9. Welcome to WIZIUS Careers. This question here is based on the family of linear functions or simultaneous equations. What we have is two equations, 3x plus 4y equals negative 23, 2y minus x is equal to negative 19. The question wants us to figure out which of these is an answer which works for both the statements. Let's look at different ways to approach this question. One of the simplest ways and the first that comes to a student's mind is to solve the two equations the regular way we approach it in school. So the first equation is 3x plus 4y equals a negative 23. The second equation can be written in a bit different or a better way as x minus 2y equals a 19. We have multiplied the whole equation with a negative. Now what we can see is that we have a 4y here and a 2y here. To solve simultaneous equations, we convert one of the equations, one variable coefficient similar to the other. So what we do is we multiply this equation with a 2. Now the two equations change to 3x plus 4y equals a negative 23. The second equation becomes 2x minus 4y equals a 38. Now we have the same y's here. We can simply add the two equations. If we add the two equations, we get rid of this. We are left with 3x plus 2x, that is a 5x, and a negative 23 plus a 38 makes it a 15, or we get x equals a 3. As soon as we know that x is equal to 3, we know that the correct answer is B, because there is only one answer amongst the four which gives us a 3 as an answer. Another way to approach this question will be to first look at the answer choices, analyze them carefully, and then move ahead. The first curious thing that we figure out for the answer choices is that they all have a different x and a different y value. So what we know is that the test maker is not trying to confuse us or doesn't want us to waste our time on calculations. What we can do is we can start by the answer choices, putting them in one of the equations and check if that works. For example, I would put in answer choice A in the second equation because that's easy. A says y is equal to negative 2 and x is equal to negative 5, so that becomes 2 times a negative 2, negative times a negative 5. If we simplify this, it becomes a negative 4 plus 5, and that is not equal to a negative 19. So this is not the answer. Now we put in answer choice B, which is a 3, negative 8. So if we put this in the equation, it becomes 2 times a negative 8, negative 3, and that makes it a negative 16, negative 3, which is equal to negative 19. And because we know that on the SAT there could only be one correct answer on the test for each question, then we have B as the answer, because if it works, the others will not. And maybe now a few of you are thinking, what if this works just for the second equation but doesn't work for the first equation? Again, logically, if B and C both work for the second equation, then there are two possible solutions for x and y, which is not allowed on the SAT. Only one of the four answer choices can be correct. We hope we have helped you on this question. If you have any other doubts, you can contact us on our email IDs mentioned below, or you can get in touch with us at www.wiziuscareers.com.